In less than an hour, the Johnson City Planning Commission will discuss a controversial rezoning for a new housing development. It's our top story at 5. Good evening, I'm Sarah Diamond. On the agenda, a rezoning to a higher density that would lead to the construction of townhouses and duplexes in the College Heights area near East Tennessee State University. The proposed development is an example of a larger trend called urban infill housing. Some neighbors don't want the more dense development coming in next door. News Channel 11's John Janko has been following the debate on this development. He joins us more with how city leaders are managing urban infill housing. John?
Sarah, urban infill housing involves building on vacant or underutilized land inside city limits instead of expanding on the outskirts of town. Johnson City Assistant City Manager Randy Trivett says infill housing lessens urban sprawl and makes more efficient use of existing infrastructure. He says infill housing is an important part of city planning, but it needs to be implemented the right way.
We're very much in favor of infill growth and infill development if it's done properly.
The debate on urban infill housing is coming to a head in Johnson City's College Heights neighborhood. Longtime resident Kenny Suit says the proposed 16 townhome, 3 duplex development doesn't fit the historically single-family home neighborhood.
I think it is a good idea to prevent urban sprawl and to try to use the land within the city limits in wise ways. This isn't that. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about 2 or 3 plots that already have homes on them.
Suit also has concerns about traffic from his potential new neighbors on the roads in College Heights.
One of the roads near the property is called Narrow Lane. These roads are not very big. They're hilly. They've got a lot of curves.
It's one of the frustrations that Suit and many of his neighbors brought to a neighborhood meeting with the city and developer last week. Dr. Fred Gordon, director of ETSU's Public Administration program, says public input is a valuable asset for city leaders in urban infill projects.
The residents are the ones who have the greatest knowledge and history. They've been there for years, maybe decades, and so they ultimately can see how change has happened, what has worked, what hasn't worked.
Trivett says public input available at 3 stages of the process does factor heavily in the final product. He says a neighborhood meeting made a difference on another infill project, an 85-unit apartment complex in the Town Acres neighborhood.
That can really open people's minds to different ideas and different concepts.
A rezoning for that property was originally in tonight's agenda, but Trivett says it was pulled by the applicant for now. Moving forward, Trivett says city leaders need to consider what's around an infill project so new developments blend in with existing zoning.
We've got to be smart in how we do that, and so we got to transition that. So if you've got R2 property, you transition to R3 and then you transition to R4.
Trivett says he also wants city staff to present more specific, data-driven recommendations to the planning and city commissions to help them make more informed decisions on infill housing.
John, thanks. Again, that Planning Commission meeting is tonight at 6 o'clock. We'll keep you updated throughout the evening on the Commission's decision on the proposed College Heights rezoning.